Alright, we're on to the N and O section, so let's get through it because I don't have much time left on this memory card. So yeah, Nacho Libre, I love this movie. I got it for Black Friday 2013 for $4. Very good deal. Hilarious movie if you haven't seen it yet. A lot of people don't really get the comedy in it, but I do, and I enjoy it. So yeah. Next up is Napoleon Dynamite. This is not the new edition. This is the original edition on Blu-ray. And a lot of cool special features. Funny movie. A lot of people didn't like the humor in this one either. But I did. So I have it. Next up is Never-Ending Story. I got this for $1, believe it or not, on Amazon when they had like a flash sale during the summer this year. And I caught it. It was like in the middle of the night, like 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning, and I caught it, and I was like, holy crap. Just randomly looking through some of the stuff on my wish list, and I noticed some of them were like a really low price. I was like, what's going on here? And that's when I realized they were having this random flash sale of a whole bunch of different titles for $1 each, and then they had like some DVDs for 50 cents each and stuff. So I had some credit on Amazon, but I only had like $1.50 in credit, so I could only get a 50-cent DVD and $1 Blu-ray. And this was the $1 Blu-ray I elected to get, even though there's a newer version out now, I believe, or coming out. But yeah, I just wanted to have Never-Ending Story in my collection somewhere on Blu-ray. I know the transfer isn't that good, but what are you going to do? I got it for $1. I can't complain. Next up we have The New Daughter, a very underrated horror movie in the vein, actually, of Spanish horror. I'm sorry, it's just escaping me at the moment. But yes, in the vein of Spanish horror, actually directed by Luis Verdejo, who also, I believe he wrote the story for Wreck Recording, and did story treatments on maybe the second one, and then he directed or wrote the story for Wreck 3 as well. So this guy is like firmly entrenched in the Spanish horror genre, but he also got a chance to make this movie, a vehicle for Kevin Costner, which actually, because it's got that slow Spanish burn feel to it, it's really quite good. A lot of people don't really like it, but I love it, and I especially love the way that it ends because it's very ambiguous, but you know, you have to pay attention and just watch carefully to see what's going on. I absolutely love that aspect about these kinds of movies. And actually, I did a review, a sort of review, called a spoiler alert thing that I did, where I was talking about this movie in great depth on my channel here. And believe it or not, Luis Verdejo actually contacted me about that video and thanked me for doing it, and thanked me for being one of the few people who got his movie and appreciated it. And I'm like, yeah, I love it, man. And he wanted to meet me too, because he was, you know, he comes to the Portland area every now and then. But yeah, I never got to actually meet up with him, but you know, I'd love to meet up with him at some point in the future. He seems like a really cool guy, and he definitely has a really great visual style and a creative imagination to him when it comes to horror movies. That's just great, fun to watch. So, New Daughter, great movie. Next up, only got 6 minutes. Night of the Comet. This is one I watched for the first time this year with some friends, and was pleasantly surprised. This is actually a really good movie. Maybe it's not like good in the classic sense of excellence or anything, but you know, in that cheesy 80s horror sense, this is one of the best I can think of. There are just so many great things about this movie, and absolutely love it. And so when I saw it for $15.99, I think it was, first of all, this is a special version from Scream Factory, which is, I believe, a subsidiary of Shout Factory, and they don't usually have these on sale for like really low prices, right? So needless to say, there was only so much that I could have done anyways when it came to pricing on this. So $15.99 is a really good price for this, and if you just look at this cover, it's really, really nice. So, yeah, this came with the slip cover. It's a collector's edition. It's got, I believe, does it have a reversible? It does. It has a reversible thing in here. So if you take out the DVD here, Alright, so the case itself is one of those annoying cases. I'm pulling it out the wrong way, that's the problem. But yes, it has a reversible cover, so you can take the cover out and turn it around and have this version of it on there instead, which I think is pretty cool. It's at least like a nifty little thing there. It's a thing. It's definitely a thing. And now that I have 4 minutes left and I have to get through my N's and my O's, I'm just going to keep going at it here quickly. Alright, Night Train. I really like this movie. Based on a Stephen King story to my recollection, and it's very good. I like the thriller aspects to it. I love thriller movies, and this is a really good thriller movie. It's if you like Hitchcock thrillers, then this is very much a Hitchcockian thriller, in my opinion. Next up, we have No Country for Old Men. I preferred this one slightly over the other one that was fighting it that year in the award ceremonies. But yes, I really like this movie. Very good movie. Excellent. Excellent Coen Brothers movie. Classic. North by Northwest. How can you not have this classic Hitchcock movie? Since we were just talking about Hitchcock, great movie, North by Northwest. And this is the nice little digibook. I regret that I can't really show you much of it because I'm running out of time here. But yes, very nice digibook. Very nice. Let's move on to the O's. Observe and Report. Very much like Paul Blart Mall Cop, a very similar concept. But this one is very different as well. It has its own kind of feel to it. And I actually really like this in some ways better than Paul Blart. And there's just something about this movie that stood out to me and made me want to buy it and own it. I didn't pay that much for it, though. I paid like $3 or $4. Office Space. It's pretty much a requirement to own this if you've ever worked in an office, or, well, if you like funny movies, because Office Space is freaking brilliant, and it's just, you know, perfect in every way, shape, and form. Once Upon a Time in the West, one of the best westerns ever, one of the best spaghetti westerns ever. If you've not seen this movie, you need to see it. It's freaking fantastic. One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, the original digibook, and it is very nice. As you can see, it's got the nice gold lettering there. And yeah, the digibook is fairly nice as well. Glad to have this. I recall this being one of the first 50 Blu-rays that I picked up ever. And it was like $15 or $10 on sale or something like that. Last but not least, since I'm hurrying through these, rushing through these, The Others I picked up, I believe, a year ago for $4 at Target. I do like The Others. It's a very good horror movie. What can you say? So yes, that would be my N through O section. Whew. On to P and everything that comes after it. I'm sure the S's and the T's are going to be pretty long, so yeah. Anyways, thanks for bearing with me. Catch you later. Peace.